Guys, do your petunia hanging baskets start looking a little weathered as the season goes on? This always happens to me mid-July. But there's a way you can revitalize your plants and bring them back for a second flush later in the season. This is going to seem really harsh, but we are going to cut this back really hard. Ideally, I should have done this before they got this far and I wouldn't have to cut as much back. The more foliage that you leave, the quicker your plant is going to rebound. But this is going to be a hard reset. This is mid-July when I'm doing this, and within a couple weeks you will see a huge difference. What I'm doing is I'm looking for a node. That's generally where leaves will come off the branch or where there's two branches meeting. You want to do that because that's where new growth is going to come from. It's hard to, cut your flowers off. There's going to be no flowers left on this plant when I'm done, but trust me, in a few weeks, this will be worth it. It will look much better. It was a rough season on this plant and it's showing. So here's what we have. It's very sad looking. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to give it some fertilizer. I'm going to hit it with just a general all-purpose fertilizer first. It doesn't really matter which one. I happen to have some Miracle Grow pellets. That's what I'm going to do. It's got a high nitrogen, which we're going to want because we want some leafy growth to come back. I left not as much as I would like foliage, but here's 2 weeks later. It got a liquid fertilizer feed in addition to that all-purpose granular fertilizer. You can see all the buds coming. So this was 2 to 3 weeks later. And I'm going to show you in a minute here exactly 1 month later, and the basket is looking so good. Here it is, hanging up in a different spot, but you can see all of the blossoms. This is something that I try to remember to do a little earlier than I got to this time, but it's amazing what a little fertilizer and a fresh haircut for a plant, especially a petunia, can do. Not just hanging baskets, but petunias anywhere in your yard. I hope you give it a try.